Welcome back, everybody. Today, we're diving into the world of spirit animals.
Oh, fascinating.
You guys have sent in some really interesting articles on the topic,
Yeah.
and we're going to try to figure out what makes them so significant, what they symbolize. And the big question, how can you connect with yours?
It's a really rich area to explore.
It is. But before we get too far, I think it's really important to acknowledge the origins of this concept,
Yeah.
the roots of it, in Native American traditions,
Right.
and to approach the whole subject with a lot of respect.
Absolutely. It's really not about appropriating the traditions. It's about understanding.
Exactly.
These cultures view spirit animals as much more than just symbols.
Yeah.
They see them as guides, messengers, embodying specific traits and lessons
Right.
for all of us.
Like the wolf, for example.
Yeah.
I've always personally felt drawn to wolves. Their loyalty and strong intuition. I mean, it makes you wonder, could those be qualities reflected in people who resonate with the wolf as a spirit animal?
That's so interesting you bring that up. Because the wolf really does embody those traits.
Yeah.
They're fiercely loyal to their pack. And that really mirrors a deep connection to family and community as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's their incredible reliance on instinct, sensing what's around them. That speaks volumes about their intuitive nature.
That's fascinating. And it makes me think, we all face situations in life where loyalty and trusting our gut feeling are so important.
Couldn't agree more. And while we're on the topic of powerful creatures, let's not forget the bear,
Oh, yeah.
a symbol of strength and introspection.
They are powerful. So, I've tried things like visualization before, but I got to say my mind just races. How can someone like me, someone whose mind is constantly going, really connect with that inner stillness to even begin to picture
Yeah.
a spirit animal?
Yeah, I hear you. It's definitely a practice, and it takes time. One tip that I found really helpful is to just focus on your senses. So imagine the feeling of cool earth beneath you, the scent of pine needles, the sounds of nature all around. That can really help ground you and quiet those racing thoughts. So picture yourself in this peaceful forest. You're settling into this space, and you invite an animal to approach you. Don't force it. Just be open to whatever appears.
Okay, I can picture that. I like that.
Good.
Now, what about the bear itself? What kind of guidance might it offer someone?
Well, the bear embodies this really quiet strength,
Right.
It encourages us to find our inner resilience, that core confidence that helps us stand firm, even in challenging times.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not just about outward strength.
Right.
The bear also reminds us to look inward, to connect with our intuition, our inner wisdom. Think about that period of hibernation that bears go through.
Right.
It's like a powerful metaphor for self-reflection, renewal.
Oh, I like that. So it's not just about, being tough,
Right.
but also about knowing when to retreat and recharge.
You got it. That balance is a key lesson the bear teaches us.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. We all go through periods where we need to step back, reflect, gather our strength before moving forward.
That's true. It makes me think about how different animals can actually resonate with us at different stages of our lives.
It's true.
What about the soaring eagle? I mean, it evokes such a sense of freedom and perspective.
Oh, absolutely. The eagle is all about vision. Literally and metaphorically. They can spot prey from incredible distances, reminding us to look at the big picture, see beyond the immediate challenges, rising above the noise, focusing on what truly matters.
So if someone's feeling lost in the details, the eagle might remind them to step back and gain some perspective.
Precisely. And just like the eagle faces storms and turbulence in flight, it teaches us about resilience.
Wow.
It's about weathering those challenges, knowing that you have the strength to overcome them.
Yeah.
That's a powerful message for anyone facing adversity.
It really is. And I'm starting to see now how this whole spirit animal thing, it's not just about picking a cool animal.
Right.
It's about the deeper meaning they hold.
Yes, exactly. And that meaning can be very personal. Let's talk about the owl.
Okay.
It often represents wisdom, but not just book smarts.
Yeah.
It's that deep, intuitive knowing,
Yeah.
that connection to hidden truths. Think about how owls navigate in darkness,
Right.
relying on their senses and instincts. It's about trusting that inner voice, even when things are uncertain.
It seems like a lot of these animals connect us back to our intuition, to that gut feeling we often ignore. Is that a common thread in spirit animal symbolism?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So much of the modern world encourages us to overthink, analyze everything. but these animals remind us to tap into that primal wisdom we all have within.
It's true. And I'm curious about the butterfly, too.
Yeah.
It seems to represent a different kind of wisdom,
Mm.
one that's more focused on transformation and change.
Oh, the butterfly is beautiful. It symbolizes metamorphosis, embracing change and emerging into something new. It reminds us that growth often involves shedding old patterns, beliefs, even identities, and then stepping into a more authentic version of ourselves.
So if someone's feeling stuck or afraid of change, connecting with the butterfly might help them embrace the possibilities that come with transformation.
That's a great way to put it. It's about trusting the process of becoming. And,
Yes.
throughout all of this, it's crucial to remember approaching these animal symbols with the utmost respect. It's paramount.
Yeah,
It's about learning about their cultural context and really making sure we avoid appropriating or misusing them.
absolutely. We completely agree. Supporting native artists and storytellers is a great way to honor those traditions.
It is
So we've got the wolf, the bear, the eagle, the owl, and the butterfly,
a beautiful array.
each one with these incredible qualities. But how do we go beyond simply admiring these animals and actually discover which one resonates most deeply with us?
Ooh, that's the real journey. That's where the adventure really begins. There's so many paths you can explore, and it's important to remember this is a journey that's deeply personal.
Right. And I'm still working on,
Yeah.
quieting my mind enough for that visualization thing.
Yeah, it takes practice.
So what are some other ways that people could discover their spirit animal?
Well, paying attention to your dreams can be really powerful.
Okay.
Animals that recur in your dreams, or even particularly vivid encounters with animals, they could be trying to tell you something.
Speaking of dreams, I had this ridiculous dream the other night about a pack of squirrels
Okay.
stealing my socks.
Oh, no.
And they were having this wild party in my closet.
Oh, wow.
Could that be like, a spirit animal trying to send me a message? Maybe I need to loosen up and be more playful?
That's so interesting because squirrels are often associated with resourcefulness and adaptability.
Okay.
And yeah, even playfulness. So maybe it is a little nudge.
Huh. That's interesting.
Embrace those qualities in your life.
It's like our dreams are a direct line to our subconscious, speaking in the language of symbols and stuff.
Exactly.
What if dreams aren't giving us any clear signs, though?
Well, sometimes the messages are more direct. Spending time in nature and simply observing which animals you feel drawn to can be incredibly revealing.
Yeah, like when you're out in the woods and you lock eyes with a deer,
Yes.
and there's this moment of recognition, almost like a sense of kinship.
Exactly. Those moments of connection, they can be so profound.
They are.
And they often happen when we're most present and open to the world around us.
That's true.
And then, of course, there are always those spirit animal quizzes online.
Right.
And while they may not be as traditional, they can be a fun and accessible starting point for exploration.
Yeah, for sure. They can definitely spark some curiosity.
Exactly.
Get you thinking about different animal traits and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But what if someone's looking for, a more profound approach or something that feels a little more structured? I've heard about shamanic journeying, but I have to admit it sounds a little intimidating.
Shamanic journeying is a very powerful practice, but it's essential to approach it with respect and find a reputable shaman who aligns with your own values. It's not about appropriating the practice, but really understanding its depth and significance within its cultural context.
So what does a shamanic journey actually involve?
So imagine this. You're lying down, eyes closed, listening to the rhythmic beat of a drum, and the shaman guides you through chanting or storytelling
Wow.
to enter an altered state of consciousness.
Oh, wow.
And in this state, you can journey to different realms, often the lower world, to connect with spirit guides and power animals.
That's incredible.
It's very sensory.
So it sounds almost like a guided meditation, but with a much deeper purpose.
The purpose is to seek guidance, healing, or even retrieve lost parts of yourself.
Wow.
It's about accessing a wisdom that exists beyond our ordinary perception.
That's fascinating. And that brings us to, the shamanic perspective on spirit animals. And I think you mentioned earlier there's a distinction between spirit animals and power animals.
Yes. In shamanic traditions, power animals are seen as more than just symbolic figures.
Okay.
They're powerful allies who offer their guidance and support throughout your life.
So it's almost like having a spiritual mentor, but in animal form.
It's a beautiful way to put it. These power animals can help you navigate challenges, uncover hidden talents, and guide you towards your true potential.
That's amazing. So where do these power animals come from in like the shamanic worldview?
Shamans believe in these three interconnected realms: the lower world, which is associated with animal spirits, the middle world, our human realm, and the upper world, which is connected to higher spiritual beings.
Wow.
It's in the lower world that shamans often journey to connect with these power animals.
So they're tapping into the spiritual ecosystem where these animal spirits reside, waiting to share their wisdom.
You could say that. And it's through this connection that they can gain incredible insights, healing, and guidance.
This all raises an important question for me. What kind of wisdom and support can these power animals actually offer? Could you give like a specific example?
Sure. Let's say someone is struggling with self-doubt and they really want to tap into their creative potential.
Okay.
Connecting with a power animal like the spider, a master weaver and creator, could help them access their innate creativity and build confidence in their abilities.
So the power animal helps you embody the qualities you need to overcome, specific challenges. It's not just a symbolic representation, but an active source of strength and guidance.
That's exactly right. And what's even more fascinating is that you can work with multiple spirit animals throughout your life.
Oh, wow.
Each one might offer guidance in different areas depending on what you're facing at that moment.
So it's not about finding the one spirit animal. It's about recognizing, the unique strengths that each animal embodies and calling upon their guidance when needed.
Precisely. It's about building this dynamic relationship with the natural world
That's really cool.
and recognizing the wisdom that exists all around us.
This makes me wonder, could someone have like a primary power animal that represents their core essence and then connect with other spirit animals
Yeah.
for support in specific situations?
That's a beautiful way to think about it. It's like assembling your own spiritual council of animal guides.
That's a powerful image.
Yeah.
So we've learned about, different ways to connect with spirit animals, and now we've delved into this shamanic perspective,
Yeah.
which adds like a whole other layer to this idea. This has been so fascinating. We've covered so much,
It has.
going from the cultural significance to their individual traits, then this whole shamanic practice and power animals.
Yeah.
It's a lot to take in, but it's been really insightful.
It is a lot, but remember the key is to approach it all with curiosity and an open mind.
Right.
You don't have to become a shaman to benefit from this wisdom. Simply being open to those messages and guidance from nature can be so enriching.
You've given us some great articles to work with. Are there any that you think will be particularly helpful for our listeners, as they start to explore this for themselves?
There's one that comes to mind. It's a guide to common spirit animals and their meanings.
Okay.
It also includes some journaling prompts and exercises for connecting with your spirit animal.
Oh, cool.
That might be a good place to start.
Journaling's a great idea. It can really help you keep track of those, subtle signs and synchronicities, the things we might miss otherwise.
Yeah.
Maybe even keep a dream journal,
Oh, I love that.
specifically for, animal encounters or symbols.
Yeah, excellent idea.
And as we explore these resources, it's important to remember this is an ongoing journey.
Yes.
It's not a destination. It's not just about identifying your spirit animal.
Right.
It's about cultivating that relationship,
It is.
paying attention to the lessons. You know how its wisdom can guide you in your everyday life?
Beautifully said.
So it's not this one-time aha moment, but more of an evolving partnership, which makes me wonder, what if the spirit animal that comes to you isn't what you expect?
That's a great question.
What if it's not, the majestic eagle or the wise owl,
Right.
but something a little more unexpected?
I love that. What if you're drawn to the quiet strength of a snail,
Yeah.
the playful curiosity of an otter, or the adaptability of a chameleon?
Oh, yeah.
It might challenge your preconceived notions.
Right.
But that's where the real learning begins.
I like that.
It might reveal hidden strengths,
Mm.
aspects of yourself that you haven't fully embraced yet.
It's like those animals are reflecting something back to us, something we need to see or develop within ourselves.
Exactly.
Not just choosing an animal that we admire, but really being open to what comes to us,
Right.
what we can learn from it.
It's a very humbling experience to realize that even the smallest creatures can hold such profound wisdom.
They really can.
And that's what's so powerful about connecting with spirit animals. It reminds us that we're all interconnected, part of something much bigger than ourselves.
It's a beautiful reminder that wisdom can be found in the most unexpected places. So to our listeners, as you embark on this incredible journey of connecting with your own spirit animal, remember to be open to the unexpected.
Yes.
Trust your intuition and embrace the wisdom that the natural world has to offer.
And remember, sometimes the spirit animal that finds you is the one you need most. Not necessarily the one you expect, pay attention to what it's trying to teach you. You might be surprised by what you discover about yourself.
Such wise words to end on. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of spirit animals. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep an eye out for those animal messengers who might be trying to guide you on your path.